Hi, it's Alexis or Lex. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My content is usually very unedited or minimal editing. I'm building an online coaching platform alongside my 9 to 5. And I make these videos to give progress updates into how it is going on my way to building this online coaching platform and eventually on my way to successfully doing that full time through content creation. Today's video is really about finding the right outlet as a content creator, the right outlet for you. And so, what I mean by this is today I did some journaling and some reflection because this morning I was working on a LinkedIn post. I was working on putting together something in Canva. I had an idea. The idea was um, how to grow your LinkedIn network. And as I was even thinking about that idea, I was like, I just don't even I don't know, it just felt like I was forcing something. I was forcing the topic because it was going to force some engagement. On LinkedIn, I'm trying to grow my LinkedIn presence. And so by posting stuff that is engaging is how you grow a following and how you get more engagement on your stuff. And even as I was like writing it up in Canva, I was like, this is not like part of my brand. This is not what I like to talk about. And it's great that in Canva, when you download a PDF, the links don't transfer. So like if I had something on LinkedIn, nobody would be able to click the links in it. And so if it weren't for that, I probably would have shared it on LinkedIn. But I'm very happy that I didn't because it allowed me the time to really think about my LinkedIn brand presence and just overall my content strategy, building an online coaching platform as a content creator. And so coming to this, I ultimately decided that I don't know if LinkedIn is really right for my content or is right for me right now. And as a content creator, when you're first starting out and you have something you're very passionate about, something that you want to talk about, it's really easy to want to throw it to as many places as you want, to reach a broad audience, to like see what works and to experiment. But in hindsight, I highly don't recommend that. I think for me, it was important that I do this experience to help me. Maybe it's kind of like a backwards, like for some people, maybe try all these different platforms and do some reflection to see what you really like and what works for you. So this is a lesson learned, or just do a little bit more thinking up front and how you use the platform. How do you use Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and so on? What is your identity on these platforms? Which one would be the most easy to lean into? Like, for example, I know people are scared to post on Instagram, like their business stuff, because they have a different personality on Instagram. And so maybe they create a business account and then eventually bring these two worlds together. There's different ways you can do it, but in my recent learning, um, trying to do too many things at once has quickly become overwhelming. And I've also just kind of isolated my brand in LinkedIn to what it is that I really want to do. There's a big gap there. And this whole thing came because of a conversation I had last week with somebody I was introduced to. Tara, shout out to you. This woman is she's built her own company. She's helping people, EAs and chiefs of staff, get into the right roles. And I was just talking to her about like, hey, how did you kind of build your company up? How did you take the leap from what you were doing into creating this? And some of the advice that she gave me is obviously like, one, you got to have grit and just go for it. Two, you got to like make a lot of connections and leverage your relationships. But something that really kind of stood out to me that prompted this entire thought process today in this video is, who's your target audience? Like, what is it? Who is it that you're trying to reach? Okay. And so I literally went into my journal yesterday and I was like, who am I offering like my service to? And from there, it even just like kind of backpedaled me a little bit into, you know, what it is that I'm providing. What is it that I'm offering? Like, you don't know who you're going to offer something to unless you know what it is that you're offering. And so it even like took me back a little bit into, okay, I'm offering coaching about the 3 pillars of potential. This is my thing: clarity, consistency, and connection. Those are my 3 pillars of potential. Everything I write about and want to do is around those 3 things. And so when I think about the target audience for that, I didn't have an answer in that session. I said, anybody and everybody, people who are willing to, accomplish their potential. I even acknowledge, I was like, I know this isn't the right answer, but thank you so much for asking the question, because now I have to go back and really think about this. And so I did the work yesterday to think, you know, what it is that I want to offer, to who I want to offer it, and what they will get out of it. And from thinking about this now into today, as I thought about LinkedIn, it's like, I don't think my target audience is here on LinkedIn right now. Again, with the brand that I have, with who I am, how I show up on LinkedIn, my LinkedIn is very professional. Like, I just know the brand I've created myself on LinkedIn and how different it is from all the other content I post on my blogs or TikTok, Instagram, and so on. And so, my advice to you is, out of this video, I hope, don't force a niche for yourself if it's not going to be authentic to you. Don't force yourself to be on as many platforms because you think that's how you're going to reach the most people. You need to find an audience that is really going to get you for who you are and what you're offering. You don't need to change up your strategy or your content for the wrong people. And I'm not saying that LinkedIn is wrong for me. I am just saying, for right now, I'm still in that experiment mode, and I still have a lot to learn about what it is that I'm offering. And it's just very unauthentic in LinkedIn. Like, the tips to grow your network on LinkedIn, I can write something that's like, here's how to grow connections and meaningful relationships, and I can put that, but that wouldn't really feel on brand with what I've got on LinkedIn right now. And so I think, like I said, don't be unauthentic just because you're trying to, reach as many people as possible. Be very specific with your niche, and don't be afraid to give up on something, to very much like lean into your strengths with something else. Ignore your weaknesses and highlight your strengths. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Really quick, just wanted to give you an update on that. And so with that, I will be leaning more into the YouTubes and the TikToks and so on. So please give me a follow if you like this kind of content. Reach out to me on any of those other platforms if you just want some advice, or you just want to follow me, you want one-on-one coaching. And thank you for watching.